They said in order for I was reading this that in order for the lights to work, that thing has to be in the same room as the lights. So, but you're stupid because if you was to get something upstairs, then what? It wouldn't work. Or it's
Hello?
Hello?
oh, okay. Then you could do that.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear it now.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure where everybody is.
Coach P.
Right.
Oh,
Coach
there you
P.
go, babe.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey. What's up, everybody? Can you hear me?
Yes,
What's
I can
going
hear you.
Ain't nothing right.
Hey, what's up, B Life? Coach Peak, Jay
Hi.
Reed.
Hi.
What's up, Greg?
Hi. I'm on the guy.
What's going on?
Man, not too much, not too much. Thank you for joining, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
We're about to start in a couple minutes, so just waiting for more people to come in. But if not, then we're gonna go ahead and start with today's topic, which is how do you combat the enemy within? And during this time of what's going on with the quarantine and COVID-19, that's the enemy right now. You know, it's driving a lot of people crazy. A lot of people crazy. Throwing a lot of things off. So we need to talk about that.
Okay.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Thank you.
I said he can't hear you.
Right? We can go ahead and get started.
Trying to send the correct meeting ID, but it's not letting me send.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get it started then. I'm gonna push start.
How you doing, Coach?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right.
I did recognize you, brother. I'm sorry. I don't know if you heard me or not, Jay.
No, yeah, I heard you. Thank you.
All right. Cool. We live right now.
Yep, we're live.
Okay. Hey, let's go ahead and get it started. Everybody, thank you for joining my round table. This is the Gatekeepers. My name is Coach Stokes, and I want to talk. Before I start, I want to go ahead and announce everybody. On today's panel, we got my man B Life out of San Jose, California. How you doing, B Life?
Peace to my brothers and sisters out there, man. One love. Visit my brother Coach Stokes at rbfpglobal.com, baby.
Appreciate that. We got everybody's boxing mom, Coach Gloria Peak, the first female to ever coach on men's Olympic boxing. What's up, Coach?
Hey, baby, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Coach?
Good.
Then we got my man Jason Reed. Jason Reed is somebody that I met. We probably met what, 2 years ago, Jason?
About that, yeah.
About 2 years ago. Both our sons were boxing on the same card, and it was funny because it was a card where it was mostly a lot of well, he met me and I met him. We gonna go from there. We've been friends ever since. And then this next brother, Greg Hackett. I never met Greg personally, but I've heard a lot of great stories about Greg. And if you know anything about Philadelphia boxing and you don't know who Greg Hackett is, then you need to go ahead and Google him. But Greg is one of the up and coming. He's been in the game for a little minute, but not just a fighter. But Greg is going to be one of the top coaches right now. So you need to pay attention to him. Greg, how we doing today?
How everybody doing, man? I appreciate y'all.
Not a problem. And then I got my big brother, who I've never. This is crazy. It's how social media is, man. I've been talking to this brother, Coach? We've been talking for 2-3 years now?
Probably that, yeah. If not more.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years more. But this brother, when it comes to the bands, man, he is the band master. He's the conditioning coach for Gary Russell and his brothers. He's worked with so many other big time competitors. My brother himself, Coach Calvin. How we doing, big dog?
Man, I'm good. I'm excited. And I didn't know whether or not I should be wearing my mask, but I'm here. I'm excited, man. Ready to chat with my brothers and sisters.
Good. And last but not least, I don't know why he's the last one in. in here, but he should have been the first one because he's a Marine like me. But my boy, Hall of Fame, Marine Corps boxer, 92 Olympic trials alternate, Teddy Randolph. What's up, Teddy? Teddy, can you hear me? Teddy. Oh, he's connecting. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started, everybody. Hey, today's topic is how do you combat the enemy within? And when I say how do you combat the enemy within, a lot of stuff has been going on during this time of quarantine. There's going to be a lot of things that's going to be changed after boxing, like how we need to go out and protect ourselves when we go to different gyms, those type of things. For example, I'll start with myself. I'll say me and my family, we are the type where, you know, my kids are homeschooled, my wife works from home, I'll work from home. So this is normal for us. But then I found myself breaking down within 2 weeks ago because why? Can't go where you want to go. You can't do things like you want to do. So it became uncomfortable for me. And I would say the big enemy for me was just understanding like, man, this is really going to take time because boxing is not going to come back how it should come back. I don't know if you guys thought about that. I'm pretty sure you have Greg, Jason, B Live, Coach P, you know, Coach Calvin, Teddy, but it's really going to be crazy. So with that being said, what I want to know is how have you been able to combat this when it comes to you, when it comes to boxing? I really want to know, Greg, how have you been doing this? Because I follow you online, man, when it comes to boxing and what you've been doing within the game. So Greg, how have you been combating the enemy when it comes to boxing?
When it comes to boxing, I actually train fighters at a private gym. So, you know, I have the keys or whatever. So we've been, I guess you can call it sneaking in the gym and still trying to keep up with the game. It's definitely tough. And, you know, you got everybody running around scared and make sure you wear your mask and make sure you sanitize and this and that. And when people hear that, you know, we've been in the gym, they're like, oh, you're not afraid to get sick, and people in there sparring and stuff like that. But, you know, I really can't change just because somebody tells me to do this and do that. I'm really the type of person, I'm really against a lot of stuff. So I'm going with it like, you know, just like any day.
Okay. So hey, that's what I want to know because I know it's been a lot. Philly is the mecca when it comes to boxing, man. But how has that been? I mean, as far as trying to get fighters in and you know what I'm saying? I mean, has that been a difficult task, man? I mean, you know, that's what I want to know, Greg.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. The last week we've been having Shakur Stevenson's been up here, Richard Hitchison, Michaela Mayer, their whole squad, they've been coming up here and been sparring with us for the last like week and a half. So I mean, you got people who believe and there's some that don't, and there's some people they might believe, but it's just like they, you know, hard to keep a fighter in the out. You know what I'm saying? That'll kind of like drive them crazy. It's almost like hell, you know. So I think, you know, I mean, we working. I mean, we doing the best we can.
Got you. No doubt. And I understand that. Thanks, Greg. You know, from a different perspective, Coach Reed, I know you're like me, brother. I mean, you know, you training your sons and stuff like that. How has it been for you personally? Can you hear me?
I got you. Yeah, I had to unmute myself. Yeah, for me, it hasn't really changed much. I mean, competition-wise, obviously, we were looking forward to the Western Regional. You know, my son just turned 10 in March, so he was going to be like the senior of his division, if you want to say, in the Pee Wee division. And so we were really looking forward to going up against the best. You know, sparring's been great. But so competition-wise, yes, it's changed the game across the board in the amateur game. But preparation-wise, hasn't changed a thing. As Coach Greg Hackett just mentioned, I mean, we just find different ways to get it in. We're at the park. We're still training him, you know, about 4 days a week. He's a 10-year-old, but he still gets it in about 3 to 4 days a week. One of those days, 1 to 2 of those days being sparring. And, you know, we spar at the park, just straight up. We're right there at the park. And we find that, you know, usually sundown, and we have some kids that are in the same boat, and we spar. So I just think it's as far as competition wise, it's changed the game. But the people who are serious about this, they're still getting it in.
Got you. So it's definitely had made people a lot more, I won't say artistic, but made them think a lot more out the box. I know I've been doing that without a doubt. Coach Calvin,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me, brother? Big
Mhm.
bro, what have you been doing? I mean, what has been different? How have you been combating everything?
Well, I can tell you that one of the interesting things about this conversation is to hear the coach's perspective. Because anytime I go in a gym working with fighters on any different level, uh, I stay in my lane and I do what I do with it when it comes to the conditioning. But I want to hear what the coaches have to say, what they think, etc. Um, I mean, I'm working with a couple. The Russells, quite honestly, right now, they're in the gym not as often, but when they're in the gym, they're pretty much sequestered with not as many people around like they normally would have. So, just kind of obviously abiding by the guidelines of the social distancing, et cetera. But the outside stuff for, again, because I just don't work with boxers, but the outside stuff for a lot of other athletes, we're kind of doing outside, and it must continue. But, you just got to just make sure that we're safe at the same time, but it must continue. But it's interesting to hear the boxing coaches' perspectives on the continuation to continue to work, et cetera. So I'm just picking up some stuff from there.
Got you. We got somebody that came in late. This is my brother. He's always found a way to talk to me, when it comes to things. And he's one of the up and coming, hot coming fighters coming out right now. Prince Albert Bell. How you doing, baby?
I'm good. How you doing? I was on here for a minute. I just ain't know how to press the buttons. I had to play a little bit on there, but I'm good, man.
Yeah, good, bro. Oh, Ramadan Mubarak, brother.
Ramadan Kareem, Aki.
Hey, what have you been doing since this time, man? Because I know it's downtime, and like Coach Greg Hackett was saying, like, fighters are getting in, doing what they need to do. But what have you personally been doing during this time, man, of COVID-19 to keep yourself sane, to keep yourself in shape and stuff?
Far as just keeping it sane, I've just been chilling with the family mostly. Going to my sisters, chilling through there, or just in the house. Just keep finding little small stuff to do to keep myself occupied. I've actually been working on the app. But far as boxing, we started back training a couple weeks ago because like but probably a lot of people don't know, but my fight got canceled the day. That was the first cancellation of the COVID. So I did a whole camp, made weight, did all of that, was ready to go to weigh-in. In the hour before weigh-ins, they said everything was canceled. So I took a little, just some time off a little bit, but we started back training a couple weeks ago. I know somebody with a private gym here in Toledo, which is Wayne Lawrence's father, Lil Bam Bam. His dad got a private gym, so it's just been me, Jared Anderson, and our coaches in there getting in private, no spectators, no homeboys, hype mans, and it's just been us, and we just been doing our thing in private, and outside ain't closed that way, so we go to the parks and get your running in. So it's the same thing as far as training preparation wise. Just ain't been sparring nobody.
Got you. Thanks, champ. Be Life. Can you hear me? Be Life.
Hang on, had to do the unmute. Pardon self. I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Thanks, brother. Hey, I love the background, man. I love the Purge background. I want to know this. What have you been doing? I mean, doing this entire quarantine, man.
So, I'm an IT guy. I work from home and stuff like that. Plus, we still run our two businesses on the side, right?
Right.
The thing is, my father's health is not the best. So I have to train him through hangouts, through calisthenics and stuff like that to keep his blood flow and to keep his kidneys flushing regularly. So every day, 7 o'clock, I train him. I train my mother. We get on Google Hangouts and we make it happen. So it gives me an opportunity just to stay, fit and healthy, as well as with the fight training. My son, when he first got to California, he was facing a bully issue because he's like a really peaceful dude. So now with the amount of time where you can't really do much, it allows more time to be able to focus on, you know, the self-defense needs, and then to kind of like film video of yourself so that you could look at, hey, this is where I need to work at, right? Because
Mhm.
we could always look at you know, how our fighters can improve and stuff like that, but what is it that we can do to improve our structure that we bring across to our fighters?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think to me, you know, I'm an ex-military guy, so this quarantine thing is a blessing for me because we used to be in these small confined spaces for extended periods of time. So big up to my veterans out there, and I got to send a special shout out to Miss Coach Stokes and Miss Coach Peak. I'm waiting to hear some game from you, Coach. I'm waiting to hear lots of game from you.
Yeah, well, she about to bring it because I'm about to unmute her right now. You know, I gotta keep her on a leash because you know she go off, she go crazy.
Appreciate you, Coach Stokes.
Coach Pete, how we doing, Ma?
Okay, can you hear me?
I hear you now. Yes.
Okay, I guess I was muted. Listen, to the coach from Philly and the other coach, you know, I understand, just like every other coach, the need for boxers to train. But what I want to ask you guys is, you know, do you understand and or believe in the science of this virus that is hitting us? Okay. Where do you think the science fits in? Because if you look at the fact that this virus is spread through droplets, and our sport is a up close, personal, in your face sport, because sparring and obviously competition and fighting is an important part. If you believe that the virus is still here, if you believe that the virus can be transmitted through these droplets, then what do you believe in the sense that when you put two fighters together and they're breathing hard and heavy and you got droplets going everywhere and stuff, that they are not going to contract, you know, this virus? And believe it or not, this virus doesn't just kill young people, I mean, old people like myself and other coaches that are up there in age. It's killing young people. It's killing young people. And, you know, it makes it very difficult because I think our sport, combat sports, it's very difficult for us to try to combat because we have to figure out a way to protect our athletes and protect our other coaches that are with us, which, you know, if you've got older people in your family, if your mom and them are of age, I know you must think about them, especially today's Mother's Day. And you're not wanting to have them contract this virus, which is also killing Black people in a much larger ratio than it is whites, but it's killing Blacks, Hispanics, and people of minority in a much larger condition. So in saying all of that, you know, I'm just interested to hear back from these coaches that, yeah, you're back, you're training and stuff, but how do you social distance in a gym? How do you social distance with sparring? Obviously you can't. I mean, I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out. If some of you can help me, please, because I've been trying to figure out how do I get my gym back and keep my athletes and myself safe, you know, with this type of pandemic and this type of virus.
Hey, great.
I know that's a lot. Anybody?
Great question. You know, I want to hear. I think were you shooting that out to Greg?
I was shooting it out to everybody. I mean,
Okay, well,
I'm shooting it out to everybody because people are back. People are back out there training. In fact, the other night they just had the
UFC.
The UFC.
UFC.
Yeah, they just had a competition. Now, before their competition, they pulled a guy because he popped positive for the coronavirus, which means if he's positive, the guys in the gym that he was training with are going to be positive. And I'm willing to bet when they test these other guys that went through the competition, there's going to be a few of them that are going to come up positive.
Okay, well let's hop right into it. Yo, Greg, you're on the hot seat, man. What you been doing?
I don't want to disrespect anybody. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm being anal or anything like that. But the first thing is, I just don't live in fear, and I say that because I've seen people die so many kinds of ways, like so many different kinds of ways. So it's like it's hard for me just to believe like them saying, okay, a disease or a bacteria or whatever they saying is going on. I don't even watch the news anymore because it's depressing. And I had it's just, I don't know. I just really don't even think about it. But what I'm trying to say is, in my city, if you have so many young men just sitting in the house, bored with nothing to do, it's so many other like dangerous things they could be getting into. I'm not knocking anybody's city. I'm not knocking anybody's town or state or whatever, but here in Philadelphia, kids get killed every day. I feel like if we don't open a gym, then these same kids that we talking about, we might lose to COVID, we might lose to gunfire, we might lose to drugs. So I tried to sit in the house for a week, but I went crazy. I just couldn't do it. And I mean, I'm gonna be real. I just don't even think about it. I don't think about it because if I'm going to die, if that's the way I'm supposed to die, then that's the way I'm supposed to die. I mean, I'm just being honest.
And I understand that from your point of view, Greg, because just like you, just like me, man, boxing is such a relief, man, such a stress relief. When I go to the gym or when I'm inside the gym, man, that's the best thing that calms me down, for real. I don't even take high blood pressure medicine anymore, man. Real talk, because this is the way I release, and boxing is that way for so many fighters. Teddy, can you hear me, Teddy?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Teddy, can you talk how it's been for you?
Well, I mean, I listened to this, and I wanted to chime in. I can recall. I'm trying to remember what when the AIDS thing came out with the HIV. It was a white male that contracted the virus right before a fight. And can anybody chime in who that white man was? And they terminated the fight right away. I cannot recall his name.
Tommy Morrison.
But it was,
Tommy
Morrison.
Morrison.
That's right. And they terminated the fight right away. Anyway, he ended up dying because of HIV, but they terminated that fight right away. And to chime in on what Coach Peak was saying, I'm thinking there's something that's going to be prior to fighters even sparring. Is some type of quick method that it probably before fighters start sparring or getting in the ring with each other, they probably the blood testing prior to, because of droplets, etc., before sparring them. Because if this is that type of disease that fighters are airborne type of disease, I'm thinking it's those type of a quick test that can, or you're gonna have to get a physical prior to getting those type of getting to the ring to do any type of sparring session, ongoing sparring session, because you can't I don't think if it's that type of airborne type of disease and there's no vaccine, I don't think it's that kind of risk that fighters are gonna take a chance on just getting into the ring. It's killing in preponderance, it's killing more blacks than whites. So it's not a black white thing, but it's just seems like it's hitting uh, the minority community much more harder than it is affecting, you know.
So if you had a fighter right now, you had a gym like everybody else, would you be sparring your kids right now, or would you be waiting? Teddy.
No, sir. No, sir. I would listen to, I mean, it only makes sense. It only to listen to the medical professionals and adhere to what they are saying. Until this is new. It's been around, I think, in what I've been reading. And see, the gentleman from Philadelphia. No disrespect to you, sir. I hate to be in uniform, and I'm a retired sheriff in Georgia. I'm a retired sergeant. So I had to watch the news. I hate to get out of my car and go into a gas station or pumping some gas prior to going to work, and I'm walking into a robbery or someplace being robbed or being robbed previously, and I run into something and I don't know what's going on. So I had to be aware of my surroundings at all time. So I had to be aware of my surroundings. I serve warrants every day, murder warrants, robbery warrants, rape warrants, etc. So I have to be aware of my surrounding at all times. So I mean, just being aware of where I'm at, what I'm doing. So for me, it was that kind of thing. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to get off subject here. I'm
Okay.
just
Okay.
Coach.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom.
Okay. To the coach out of Philly. What's his name? I'm sorry, Coach.
Greg Hackett. Coach Hackett.
Greg. Coach Hackett. Okay, Coach. I hear what you're saying. I live right next to you. You live in Philly. I'm in New Jersey. I know about young people killing each other like flies, and I agree that having a gym for them to go to is a place. That's one of the main reasons. I've been coaching boxing for 43, 44 years.
Wow.
For that reason, to give them a safe haven and a place to go, where they can use their skills and ability in a more positive way. And it's not a matter that I'm afraid. My son will tell you, I'm not one for fear, babe. Not at all. And but I do believe in educating myself and being as knowledgeable as I can be, in order to help, protect my athletes, protect my coaches. I have to know, like Teddy was saying, what's going on around me, what's happening, who's saying what. And I want to get back to the gym more than anybody in this room right here, because that's my livelihood. That's what I've been doing for 40 some years. Okay. I'm 68 years old and I'm still coaching. And, it's my gift. It's what I've been put here to do. I developed my first Olympian who is now not going to be able to fight on the 2020 Olympics because they've canceled it, but so I want to get back more than anybody. But at the same time, I truly believe that you haven't seen anything yet. And I don't want to add to the death toll. I really don't. What I want is to figure out a safe way to have my athletes train and practice without being able to expose them or expose myself, because I need to be here in order to train them.
Definitely. Well, let's go to a fighter then, Mom. Let's ask Albert Bell then. Albert, what have you been doing, or what have they been doing with you guys before you get into the gym?
We just, it's only like I said, it's only like 4 of us in the gym at the time. So we just, probably precautions coming out with our face masks or whatever the case may be, sanitize our hand. And my like as you know, my father is my coach, so it's not really too much fear there. I know he don't go nowhere. He stay in 24/7. So Coach Jerry, another guy that stays in all the time. And so we practice what we're supposed to practice outside the gym. So it's not too much fear when we go into the gym. And it's a whole gym. It's only 4 people in there. So we pretty much kind of social distance unless we're doing hand to hand on the mitts. But other than that, that's about it. We just make sure we sanitize and stay clean and spray the bags down, wipe stuff down and stuff like that. We ain't in there in hazmat suits though, but we in there training.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, yeah,
Can I-
not yet. But we ain't
Can
in
I-
there in hazmat suits. We gotta do what we can.
Can I ask a question though?
Sure, go ahead, Greg.
Does anybody find it funny that the same people who's asking us and begging us to wear masks and do this and do that, we've never even seen them with masks on?
Right.
Yeah.
That's like the weirdest thing to me. And I'm gonna be real. You can call me what you want. I realized there's been fishy things with this world we live in since I was a kid, and I just always said to myself, you have to have your own story. You die, and then people tell the story. So if this is like I said, if this is gonna be the way that I die, then hey, this was supposed to happen, because I had friends die coming up, and they was just kids, and they never had a chance to live their life. So I understand how everybody feel. I understand these people who want to take the proper precautions. I understand educating yourself. I get all of that, but this is just my way of doing things. I cannot sit in the house and when I said what I said about the kids being on the street, I wasn't using that for excuse. I have kids who carry guns and they don't carry guns because they want to be gangsters. It's because people around them are being killed. So I don't want them to be out in the street. So I make sure they get in the gym, and then I try to wear them out, send them home. You know what I mean? If they need something to eat, I buy them something to eat, and we get them home and be safe. That's all I can do. I mean, there's nothing else I can do. We live in a country where the president was killed sitting right next to his wife in a convertible. And like this country, like, come on. I just don't believe none of this stuff.
Right.
Too much.
I agree with you wholeheartedly when it comes to that, because it's all about knowing the facts and what's going on. And I've been saying this since day one. I feel like, the more worrisome or more scared that they have people, the more people bodies going to break down.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, one more thing. It bothers me so much that, and there's no disrespect, and this is not, I'm not trying to make this a racial thing, but if we put a man on the news with a suit and we give him a name, this is a guy none of us never ever heard of before then, and we say that he's the expert, and he says this is what you have to do, this is what you better do, and this is why you better do it. And then everybody's listening to him, but we never heard of this guy before that. Mm-hmm. So it's like it just kills me how people, they buy into just the news. Like I just can't do it. I can't. And boxing is what saved me. So I have to be in the gym. I'm in the gym right now.
I see that. You stay in the gym, brother. I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No, Teddy, I'm gonna get to you, but I have to ask Coach Kelvin. Coach Kelvin, can you chime in on that?
What I would say, one of the things that, well, let me preface it with the fact that I retired 15 years ago. I was a supervisor in a juvenile prison. I was a case manager and parole counselor in the adult prison system. I spent 10 years as a police officer in Connecticut. And I kind of simultaneously did the two with the conditioning and training athletes. So I think that what's happening here, we're kind of mixing two different things together here. I agree with my sister in regards to, because you can't combat science. I don't care who's saying it. It could be coming from a purple person. But the science is, the end result is that people are dying because of this virus, etc. And then on the flip side, I understand my brother's point. I didn't realize you were following me too. I looked at your Instagram and I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. But the long short of it is that, think about this, because I come in on and do my part when I'm called into the gym with a fighter and any athlete. One of the things, let's just use the Deontay Wilder fight. He failed, I believe personally, from conditioning. I think his conditioning was way off. I mean, obviously they talk about he only had this right hand, et cetera, et cetera. So what I would say and suggest is that we, and especially you who in the leadership role and professional fighters, find a way where we can just kind of for now do something where we can stick to and work on the conditioning portion of what they're doing, not the sparring, not being in close proximity, following the social distancing, I'm out here in Ashburn, Virginia. So I'm out here in a very affluential community. People got money, resources, et cetera. They're following the norms, you know, and things are kind of going like they need to. I do understand the mindset of the boxer. Give them all the props in the world. You guys who are coaches that lead these athletes, these children into that boxing arena. But at the same time, we've got to be mindful, utilizing some wisdom to say, okay, well, we can still train, but let's just work on the conditioning part of it. And the whole coming in the gym together with a lot of athletes and not practicing the social distancing. Let's also make sure that we're mindful of the science, because at the end of the day, the potential, the fighter that you're training that has the potential to become a world champion has to be alive to become a world champion. And I brother Hackett, you know, I'm kind of the same mindset. I mean, it is what it is in regards to what ultimately will happen to you, but we've just got to kind of preface it and understand it's only going to be hopefully for a period of time. Let's get away from the politics, the politrics, what people are trying to say and do to us. But especially like with yourself, Coach Stokes, we've got these young athletes coming up, and we don't want to turn around. And I heard this saying a long time ago, we don't want the kid to kill the king in us. And so we want to be wise. We want to understand what we're doing. And I'm just saying that from the perspective of what I do when I'm working with athletes, i.e. fighters. I come in and I do the conditioning. So all day long, I can keep your fighter outside, creative with bands, et cetera, et cetera. The other part, I think we got to kind of really be a little bit more careful. And that's just my spin on it.
Okay. Thanks, Coach. I got to let my wife chime in on this right quick, because this is her specialty, so she can break it down right fast. This is Mrs. Coach Stokes. You got it.
Hey, I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Mother's Day again, Coach.
Hey, babe.
Really quick, hi, Greg. Hi, everybody. Teddy, Coach Calvin, Jay Reed, sir.
Prince Albert Bell.
Prince Albert Bell. I knew that. I just had to get my thoughts together. So really quick, I just want to make sure, because I think it's really important, especially since we're streaming live on YouTube and so many people are tuning in, that we know that this COVID-19, obviously we know it's real and it's here, and it is another type of coronavirus. And so a cold that we have, a common cold, is a type of coronavirus. And it comes in different levels. And so this specific virus that is out right now, this virus is what the focus is on. But I just want to kind of bring some things to your attention, because I think that as important as it is to make sure that the athletes stay ready, I also think that we need to give them the right narrative. They need to know what it really is. And a virus is a dead thing. A virus does not live. It's a non-living thing. And for a virus to thrive, you have to be the perfect host. You have to be the perfect host. The perfect host for this virus is someone who has autoimmune disease, diabetes, cancer, anything that affects your immune system. That makes you the perfect host. The perfect host is someone who doesn't exercise, someone who allows their body to be dehydrated, someone who is stressed out, someone who lives under fear, someone who's overworked. That is the perfect host for this virus. Really quick, my husband's great uncle was in the hospital for 3 weeks, older man in his 70s, late 70s.
4 weeks.
4 weeks, I'm sorry, 4 weeks. They tested him for coronavirus 5 times. It came back negative. 5 times it was negative. He works, he still works in landscaping. He's healthy, he goes to the gym, he drinks water. And what happens, and I just want to kind of give this to you guys, but what happens when we switch seasons from winter to spring? What happens? What do people start dealing with?
Allergies.
Respiratory. Allergies. What does that affect? Respiratory. And so if you are prone to having allergies and respiratory issues, if you're an asthmatic, you are going to have some symptoms of what they call the coronavirus, the COVID-19. Now, what happens and I hate to say this, but for as long as we've been in this country, fear has been rooted on the inside of us. Fear is what makes us stop. Fear is what makes us move. And what does fear do? Fear breaks down your immune system. Stress breaks down your immune system. When you're being told you're going to be laid off of work, and now you have to depend on unemployment processing your check so you can pay your bills. What does that do to your immune system? It shuts you down. When your kids are staying at home with you now, when you're used to sending them off to school and they're driving you crazy, what does that do to your immune system? It shuts you down. When you're around your spouse that you normally are not around, you could love them, but the stress, not having the outlet, it shuts you down. When your gym closes, it shuts you down. When things in the world start to close and you're not prepared, can't buy toilet paper, can't buy water, can't buy meat, can't buy milk, what does it do? It creates fear and anxiety. And then what do you become? A perfect host for a virus, no matter what that virus is. It could be COVID, it could be anything. Your body could attack itself with arthritis, with high blood pressure, anything. And so it's very important. And this is something that I did with my kids in the beginning. I explained to them what a virus is and what coronavirus is, because the last thing I wanted them to do was to walk around in fear, because fear is what's going to break them down. Fear is what keeps us as a Black community silent. It keeps us stagnant because we get fearful and then we want to believe everyone around us, versus going back to who we are naturally, which is a people that adapts. We know how to use herbs. We know how to cook our meat. We know how to drink our water. There's things that we know culturally to do to keep our bodies healthy. And so I just want to make sure that when we talk about COVID, especially on Coach Stokes' platform, that we are talking facts. We are spitting out facts, not fear. Yes, we have to take precautions. We should be doing this stuff anyways, washing our hands, sanitizing our bags, cleaning our gym, washing our clothes. Nobody should have funky hand wraps. Nobody should be wearing sweaty clothes the next day. We all need to practice this, but this is a beautiful time for us to take our athletes and to educate them on what they need to do to be healthy as men and women as they're growing, to give their bodies what they need. Because for you coaches, this relieves the stress of, is my child going to make weight for this tournament? Coaches sweat that. 2 ounces, 4 ounces, 6 ounces. This is a beautiful time, like Coach Calvin said, focus on conditioning, but also teach them the power of their nutrition, of hydrating. So when it's time to fight, you're not sitting there looking at them while they're sucking down a Gatorade and some kind of granola bar. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, you got to make weight. No, they already have had time to be educated on how to stay healthy, but we have to make sure that we are sharing that narrative correctly. So I just wanted to drop that in really quick. I'm not going to take too much more time.
Thank you, Mrs. Coach Stokes. Appreciate that. I want to get to Teddy. Teddy, what you had something to chime in on?
No, I was just telling Greg that don't mean because you haven't heard of him, that don't mean the person don't exist. That person been around for years. He might not be in your sect, but that don't mean that person don't exist. And to say that, yeah, that fool who we have, it's not that don't mean that's poor leadership. We have poor leadership. That don't mean that, yeah, we listen. We don't have to all follow it. But if a country have been doing what they're doing and they got their stuff under control, we could say, okay, you know what? They've been wearing masks and they got theirs under control. So we gonna wear masks. We haven't made a decision for weeks before China started wearing masks and got their stuff under control. So why are we not wearing masks? You understand? Now, Lord knows, come on. We have all been in gyms in the United States, right? Boxing gyms. And I've been in gyms. I grew up in the Virgin Islands where, man, Lord knows, all of us boxers, the gyms we came up in, 24 by 24, with spit buckets, close proximity, man, we all would have died by some type of virus, man. The gyms we came up in, Lord knows, the gym I've been in South Philly, when I fought Ivan Robinson and all them cats, man, Lord knows the sparring session we put up, we'll die by some type of virus, man. I mean, in boxing gym, spit bucket, man, we spit in every type of bucket we know, you know? So I mean, it's just one of those things, man. So that don't mean because we haven't heard of somebody, that don't mean they don't exist. They're there. They're just not in our sect. They just don't hang out where we hang out. We just haven't. They're just not where we. But between Pookie and Rara, we know them cats in the hood. That's who we know. You know, we heard about them. Oh yeah, we know who he is. You know, but
What up?
Go ahead, sir. I'm
What
sorry.
I'm saying is, right, I'm hearing everybody say, not everybody, some people say, educate yourself on the science. Wouldn't that mean we would have to go to school for science to even understand what they talking about? We don't
No.
know. We don't get 100% of what they saying. We only hearing the highlighted words. And okay, at the end of the day, cover your face and make sure you grab your Lysol, your sanitizer. In Asia, in them Asian countries, they've been wearing masks before they even started talking about corona,
That's right. And
COVID and
Greg,
stuff.
and if
Yeah,
the only thing
but
our
what?
country have to offer us is wash your hands, is wash your hands and stay at home. If that's the only thing your country has to wash your hands, stay at home. Wash your hands, stay home. If that's the only thing they have to offer us, that's poor leadership. It's more to life than just wash your hands, stay at home, bro. We have to
What I'm saying
educate
is,
ourselves and do stuff for ourselves. Coach Stokes' wife just gave us a whole host of stuff and not working in fear itself.
Hey,
His wife just gave us a whole host of stuff. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Teddy,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Steve.
I know what you're saying from your point of view, but I'm putting myself in Greg's shoes as well, because you know what I mean, like this is how he eat, this is how he feed, you know what I'm saying? This is what he do, this is what he loves. So those coaches, those fighters that are like you said, Albert, he was about to get ready and glove up, and then they canceled the fight. You know what I'm saying? So this is pushing stuff a lot more further back. My thing is this, Coach Pete, going back to you.
And Steve, let me just add this right quick. And I have a guy
Oh, you want
that's
to jump in on me, bitch?
that's serving 2 life sentences right now because of the same mentality, Philly mentality. I have a friend of mine that was doing very well, had a boxing gym, doing very well here, serving I'm not gonna call his name, serving 2 life sentences here in Georgia. Would never see his kids grow up, never see his daughter marry. 2 life sentences. When I tried to help this brother, 2 life sentences here in Georgia prison because of the same mentality he moved from Philly and bought here.
No, but I don't think that's the mentality. I mean, when when it comes to Greg, I just it's just real life. It's real life. He say he has kids,
Yeah.
that's carrying the guns. You know what I'm saying? You think about it, man. Like Coach Pete,
Yes.
I didn't say this, but she raised me, man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be alive if it wasn't for this woman right now. So she's just not just my boxing coach, but she my mama. And the day my mom and my grandmother passed, like 4-5 years ago, she really became my mother. So when it comes down to that, you got kids that's looking at Greg like as a big brother model, as a dad model. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the first time Coach bought me some food, I was like, man, like that meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? That meant a lot to me. So I understand what you're saying, Greg, and I definitely understand what you're saying, Teddy. But Coach, Mom, to sum it all up, what exactly? What would you say? What are some of the things that you would tell upcoming coach? That's what I want to know.
What are some of the things I would tell an up and coming coach?
That's dealing with these issues right now. Yes.
Well, I mean, it's very difficult. I try to keep my athletes motivated. I use the media, I mean the internet and stuff the way you're using it. I do training modules for them, and send the training modules, and then try to do follow-up to see how they're doing it. I have them tape back to me what they're actually doing, what it looks like, and then what I do is I critique it and say, well, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. And I mean, that works. But my athletes are telling me things like, Coach, I never thought I would ever say this to you. I miss your yelling at me. I miss your going off on me, and snatching me up by my collar because you done showed me how to do this 3 or 4 times and I'm still acting like a knucklehead, or I'm not doing exactly what you're telling me to do. So that was kind of funny because that just goes to show you that connection. And for me, not being in the gym with my athletes and not being there because that's my passion. I mean, I want to be there. I mean, I love being in the gym. First thing when they come in the gym, you know, they come to me. I give them a hug. How you doing? What's going on? Let's get them hand wraps on. Let's glove it up. Let's get to work, gentlemen. And you know, I I I miss that because that's my lifeline. That's what I love to do. It's not about the money. It's about the passion. You know, I'm very passionate about it. And one of the things I tell new coaches coming in, you know, if you're doing this, you got to do this for the right reason. You know, you've got to have that passion. If you're going to be good, you've got to have that passion and that love for it, because you know that's what begins to make a great coach. You know, because you're trying to help them you know, be all they can be that elite athlete. You know, I don't try to develop Olympians for me. It's not for me at all. If a kid says to me, I want to make the Olympic team, I said, well, if that's what you want to do, son, then that's what we're going to do. I make that commitment to you, but you got to make that commitment to me. And, you know, then we go about going to work. Okay. And, you don't make Olympians overnight. So it's a lot of work and a lot of years.
Process.
But the first thing I would tell them is if you're going into it, you got to be passionate about it.
Okay. We have our international guest that just came in. Her name is Viviana Ruiz. Viviana, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, Viviana, just giving them a back story on you. Viviana started boxing late, and she decided that's something that she wanted to do. She's originally from Colombia, and then moved all the way to Australia. And she was, were you silver? You got the silver in Olympic qualifiers?
Silver medal for the Olympic qualifiers that was in November last year. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us here, Viviana. Viviana, we're talking about the topic of discussion is the enemy within. How do you combat the enemy within? And we're talking about COVID-19 with everything that's been going on. We have a mixed panel. You know, some people have been training their athletes in the gym. Others have not. They're still waiting. But I see that you're getting your work in. What have you and your coaches been doing during this time?
First of all, hi everyone. I'm so sorry. I was got confused about the time. Sorry, like crazy. I said 7 and then it was the other time, and then I got your message. I was like, oh, okay, it's now. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm originally from Colombia, moved to Australia, and I started boxing when I was 31 years old. And in just like 4 or 5 years, I had 60 fights. I just took every fight. Went to the Women World Championships in 2018 in India. And I'm moving to the pro league, pro boxers. And because of COVID-19, my fight got postponed. So what I've been doing is like, don't let that stop me. Because the idea was like in 2 years, try to go for a world title or whatever, what I could do. But as soon as this happened, that stopped me for it's going to stop me for like a year. Mm-hmm. Because in Australia, nothing is open. I don't think international flights or anything is going to be until like September. So what I've been doing is just don't let that stop me. So what I do is just train every day at home. My coach is my partner, so I'm lucky. So I can do part work with him. We've been training other boxers in the car park. They just come and we just practice drills or whatever we can do. But yeah, just pretty much training at home, improving, practicing, watching videos. I think, for example, social media is very important. Promote yourself as a pro boxer. It seems like it is the way of doing it. And before COVID-19, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do anything because you're working, you're training, sleep, eat, repeat, and you don't have time to do all these things. So I feel like, I know COVID has been bad for everyone, but I feel like it's a blessing on disguise just because it taught me to slow down, work on things that I never had time to, and reassess what I wanted to do in my boxing career.
Got you. Thank
Oh, you mute yourself. Sorry.
Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Good to go. Good to go. So have they been really strict in Australia when it comes to social distancing as far as going out, locking people down?
Yeah, yeah. So, well, not really, not too bad as I noticed in other countries where you guys can't go out at all. For us was mostly they closed gyms, restaurants, and pubs. Most of the majority of people are working from home. However, if you are not on the danger age where you could like it's very bad for you, or if you have any health conditions, they suggest stay at home. But you can still train in the parks, social distance 1.5 meters or 2 meters, no sparring or anything like that. So and we are opening it again this week already. So now we can train with up to 10 people outside. So it's opening slowly.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, hey, I want to go ahead and then change the temperament, and I want to ask you guys 2 questions. And that question is, we going back, Teddy, to 3 weeks ago to the draft. I brought up a question about 2 weeks ago, and that question was, if boxing had a draft like the NBA and Major League Baseball and football, how would it be? Who would your pick be? Who would your first pick be? What's up, Brent? Who's your first pick? Hey, what's up? This is comedian Brent Taylor. Brent, what's going on?
Man, chilling, man. I just, man, my bad, bro.
Hey, Brent. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, all right. Those of you who don't know Brent Taylor, I mean, is known for bagging. He's known for being the bag expert. He bags on any and everything. So I brought him on the show just to bag on a couple people. One is Teddy. He ready for you, Teddy. Teddy, he ready
Lay
for
down.
you, man.
Come on, Coach Pete. Calm down, Coach Pete. I get on you. He get on me, I get on you, Coach Pete.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Hey, but my question is, because we gotta get wrapped now, and I appreciate everybody's patience for being on the show. But this is what I want to know: if boxing had a draft, I'm gonna go around the table. I need you to pick 3 people for your production, for your promotion company, past, present, or whatever. Who would you pick as your first 3 for your promotion company? All right, so I need you guys to listen. So me, I'm gonna start off first because I went back and I thought about this. My first pick, well, one of my first pick would be Terrible Terry Norris.
Man.
Terry Norris.
Okay.
Be like, all right, Coach P, you go next. Coach P, go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go next. Sugar Ray Robinson.
Ray Robinson.
You know, Coach P, you something else. You know that? You something else.
Oh, what's wrong? You don't like my pick?
I love your pick, but you're a copycat.
No. Yo, man,
I love you though. I love you. I love you though. I love you though. I love you. I love you though. I love you.
Jason Reed. Who
Yeah.
you got? Who you picking?
Just my first pick or all 3?
It don't matter. Just your first. For you.
Well, I'm gonna have to follow suit. Ray Robinson. He's the GOAT in my opinion. So number 1 would be Ray Robinson.
There you go, Coach. I like you.
My man Greg Hackett. Who you rolling with?
Ali.
Okay.
Good Coach pick, Greg. Good pick.
Coach Kelvin, who you got?
I'm gonna follow Greg and go with Muhammad Ali.
Okay. So Teddy, Muhammad Ali as well.
You choosing for me, brother?
I'm asking, brother.
You staring me in that direction. That's it, brother. Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Ali, yes, sir. Ali, my first pick. That's right.
See, I did the mind things.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Prince Albert, who you got?
I'll have to do like a past and present, you know. So past, I would definitely go with Muhammad Ali first. Ray Leonard, then Floyd Mayweather. I feel like they're the most marketable. We're gonna generate the most money for my company. And present, I would go with Canelo first, Lomachenko second, and then Crawford.
Oh, he gonna do all he?
All three you do?
Yo, that's more
I
than
have time. I have time.
Come on, man.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
he's exempt now. He can't do it no more. But I heard you that and those picks.
The draft don't even work like that, Coach Stokes. The draft don't even work like that. He picked all three of his draft pick. The draft don't even work that way.
Viviana, who you got in your draft? Who be your first pick?
Well, as a female boxer, feminist at the moment, I will go for come on. I forgot her name. I got it. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I got nervous.
He ain't that good.
Oh my God. Embarrassing. The Irish boxer. Oh my God.
Irish. Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Irish.
Oh my God. She's a
Mickey Ward.
Talking about Katie Taylor.
Katie Taylor. That's
She's talking about Katie Taylor. She's talking about Katie Taylor.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I went blank.
Brent, who you going with your first pick?
I'm going Butterbean, man.
Butterbean.
Butterbean.
This guy's a comedian for real. He's a comedian. He's a comedian for real.
Butterbean. Okay.
He's a comedian.
All right. My second pick is going to be Tommy Hearns, the Hitman.
Okay.
What's up with you, beautiful?
I'm second.
Sorry,
I'm
Coach.
second.
Sorry, Coach. I'm sorry.
Okay. My pick is going to be Joe Louis.
Okay.
Now, what you got to say about that, Teddy?
You know something. You're. Oh my God, I can't stand you. You're a copycat for real. I love you though.
Coach Jason.
You're a mind reader for real though, but I got you.
Coach Jason.
Yes. My second pick, I would have to go with Floyd. I would have to go with Floyd Mayweather.
Okay. Greg, who you got?
Chavez Sr.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Very interesting. He gonna make some money right there. Definitely. The Mexicans gonna be in there watching that. You can believe that. For real. Coach Kelvin.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd. Okay. Teddy.
Lord Jesus. God, my second pick.
Second pick.
I'm gonna go with Joe Louis. I'll go with Joe Louis. I gotta give Joe Louis. You know, he died. I'll go with Joe Louis. He served this country. I'm a Marine. Leave this. No, he's a Joe Louis, man. He served this country in the Army. I'm a Marine. You know. I called Joe Louis a couple weeks ago. You know that, right?
No, I didn't.
And that's why you picked him.
Okay.
Joe Louis. You pick all these new cats.
Be life.
Sir.
Who your second pick, brother?
I didn't even get my first one, man. I kind of got skipped over. So first pick would be an old boxer they called Blackamore. His name was Tom Molyneux. He made it a specific point to beat up on white boys way back in the day. Like this before Jack Johnson even.
Yo, what's it? Hey, how you spell that? I'm gonna look him up.
Molyneux is Molineaux.
Okay.
Right. Now you have to understand I look at the controversy of the whole thing too, because I do realize that a boxer has to have some kind of controversy to really drum up the sales. Because otherwise I would have picked Iran Barkley. You know, that's my boy. The Blade.
Oh,
is
the
my
Blade.
Boy, right? But I gotta look at marketable. My number 2 pick would have to be Jack Johnson, just for the fact that he he upset the boxing world and was sleeping with white women at a time when it wasn't cool. Not saying I promote that, but it was pissing off the infrastructure. So
okay. Who are we at? Who's next? Viviana, your second pick.
Prince Nassim.
Hamed?
Yeah. I love when his entrance always has been amazing. He used to beat crowds, and his boxing, his skills were amazing. It was just so much fun. It's fun. and that's where like that when it's create in like big environment and bringing a lot of people, I think. So Prisoner Scene would be my second pick.
Okay. Brent, your second pick.
I'm gonna go with Floyd Mayweather Senior.
Braids or without the braids?
You already know with braids, but they was pushing back when the braids started behind it.
Oh man.
I need Floyd because he could rhyme, man. He was rapping doing poetry. That's Floyd social.
All right. And then my last pick is gonna be Muhammad Ali. This is not in any particular order, but Muhammad Ali is my last one. Coach Speak, who will be your last pick?
Clarissa Shields.
Go.
You talking about making money? I want her on my team, man. She's a dog. When she gets into the when she steps into the ring, you truly, and I worked with Clarissa, you know, all before the her first gold medal, which I was in her corner coaching her at the first gold medal. But the thing I liked about Clarissa is that she reminded me of the Hulk. She made she could transform in that ring. Once she stepped into the ring and the bell went, she transformed into something that was out of this world. And she would beat the brakes off of all them folks. I mean, it was her mentality. She just
killer.
She's a different type of fighter, a throwback for sure.
So Clarissa versus Ann Wolf, present, both in a prime. Everybody, can y'all chime in on that?
Ooh, that's
Greg,
tough.
I want to hear what you think, Greg.
That's tough.
Man, well,
I mean, Clarissa Shields, you can't disrespect her at all. Two-time Olympian. Her skill set is through the roof. Her instincts is through the roof. Ann Wolf, on the other hand, is just a monster. And I really don't even want to see that because I can't pick. Ann Wolf is just a monster. Ann Wolf is a beast.
Coach Calvin, look like you wanted to say something on that.
No, I'm just listening, man. I'm listening and gathering all this information from the boxing expert.
Okay. Well, hey, everybody, thank you for joining, man. Thank you for chiming in today. Those of
Coach,
you
you didn't get our third picks.
Who?
You didn't finish the third pick.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. I thought I did. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought I did get my third pick. Sorry about that.
No, I'm talking about you didn't get up
the way. That's why I had to get mine out the way.
Oh, damn. Sorry. Hey, Coach J. Reed, go ahead. Who's your third pick, brother?
man, Mike McCallum, the body snatcher.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good
Mike
one.
McCallum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good pick. Coach Greg.
I'm gonna go back to my number one was Ali, my number two was Chavez Sr., and my number three has to be the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
Don't know.
Coach Calvin.
You're probably gonna think I'm the comedian on the panel when I tell you this, but if you say marketing,
yes,
Adrian Broner.
Man.
The can man.
Genius.
He could sell you a heater in the Sahara, man. That dude is
real talk.
Got it, man.
Hey, he just made a post 10 seconds ago.
Coach Calvin, what state are you in?
Connecticut. I'm in Virginia right now.
Virginia, weed legal up there? Is weed legal in Virginia?
It
Good
must
Lord.
be. It must be.
Leave that weed alone, bro.
Listen, I went to the dispensary because I got glaucoma. So does that count?
Yeah. Don't smoke it before the panel next time, brother.
Yeah.
Bro.
Daddy, who's your third pick?
My third pick, I being from the Virgin Islands, I have to go back to my homeboy. I'm gonna give him some props. The Hawk, the real Hawk, Julian Jackson, my homeboy. Man, I forget to Hawk some props, man. Julian Jackson. Big up.
Saw what
Big up
Mike
to
did
my
to him.
homeboy. Eh?
You saw what Mike McCallum did to him.
Hey, you know what, man? I don't need Big Pun lookalike to chime in. Pun lookalike.
Big Pun wish he looked this good.
I don't need for no Big Pun lookalike to come talk about my homeboy Big Pun lookalike.
All right, you Spike Lee stunt double. Okay.
Brent,
What's up, man?
you want to chime in and go ahead and do your thing or not?
Man, my last yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go with Pacquiao on my last boxer, man. Just
Okay.
You took it.
huh?
You took it from me. Yeah, Pacquiao, yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, Pacquiao preach. He the king. He sing, rap.
He a basketball player. Yeah.
He a senator.
He said he the king.
Hey, before we wrap up, I want to go ahead and go around the table and just ask everybody their social media handles. That way, if anybody wants to go ahead and contact you guys or connect with you, they can. We'll go ahead and start with Be Life. Be Life, how can they contact you, brother?
Oh man, hey, real quick, let me say my last pick real quick. I want to pick Ike Iabuche for my last pick, but you can reach me at Northgate_Be Life the Formula on Instagram. You can reach me at Be Life the Formula on Twitter, and you could reach me at Be Life the Formula on TikTok. Click the link in my bio. Come check out my show, The Night Watch, Monday night 8 p.m. Peace.
Peace. Coach Jason Reed, how can we contact you?
You can reach me at the real Jason Reed on Instagram, or Jason Eric Reed. That's Eric with a K. Jason Eric Reed on Facebook. So, yep.
Thanks, Coach.
Wake up, Greg.
Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy Tran. TEDDYTRAND at gmail.com, brother.
You don't have a social media?
Facebook. You can meet me on Facebook.
Okay, why you change your speech? I'm just asking.
every now and then the rude boy come out of me a check.
Okay, good to go. Hey, Coach Hackett, how can we contact you, brother?
On Facebook, Greg Hackett. On Instagram, Greg Hackett 86. On Twitter, Greg Hackett 215. And on YouTube, GHB TV. Subscribe. Oh yeah, and Coach Kelvin, I've been following you for a while because you came to Philly about probably 4 years ago. You tore my boys up.
Hey, speaking of Coach Calvin, I'm gonna get to you last, but my favorite video, if you haven't seen, is him training Chop, DeMarcus Chop Corley, and he said something to Chop, and Chop was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go." He mentioned to Chop do another exercise, and Chop paused, and it is so funny. You gotta see that video. You gotta put that video up, Coach.
All right.
Hey, Prince, how can we get in contact with you, brother?
Albert Prince Bill.
That's
all
it.
one word. Yep, Albert Prince Bill.
Okay. Hey, my man, Coach Brent. Brent.
What's up?
Contact you.
Brent Taylor, comedian Brent Taylor, yo. All platforms, comedian Brent Taylor, yo.
Good. Viviana.
Yeah. Boxer Ruiz _Ruiz. It's the same on Facebook or Instagram.
Got that. And Coach Pete.
Yes, Coach Gloria Peak, all one word. And that's good for Instagram, Facebook, and also for YouTube.
And last but not least, my big brother, Coach Calvin Moore. Coach, can you bring some awareness to your platform and how they contact you?
Yeah, let me just I'm gonna do a quick commercial. I want to give a shout out first to Dr. Stokes, the wife, because she came on and she hit it hard regarding the nutrition part, which is what I also do: health, nutrition, et cetera, weight management, so on and so forth. Hackett, I remember that time coming down to Philly. That was insane. But just to to all the boxing coaches out there, and to you, Coach Stokes. You know, this is a phenomenal platform because people really need to understand the insight and the psyche and the mindset of fighters, because it's different. Prince, whenever you want to, come on down. I got something for you. You can reach me at Coach Kelvin on Instagram. And that's basically the platform that I'm using right now. And you know, I just love what I do, but I'm very interested in the young lady who's over in Australia, because I've been to Colombia a couple of times training in Cartagena and Cali, to have her come over as well. But I'm grateful for the opportunity to be on this platform, man. You coaches got to keep it up, man. Y'all doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just follow you all.
Hey, everybody. The reason why I do this is to connect people. I've always loved connecting people, even when I was younger. So if I can connect in any way, the best way possible, that's the way I'm going to go ahead and do it. I really appreciate each and every one of you taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on my show. You can reach me at Coach Stokes, Coach S as in Steve, Stokes, Stokes, on YouTube. Please subscribe. Hit those notifications. Check this out so we can get more out there. And then also on Instagram, Coach_boxing. No, Coach_Stokes. I think that's it. Yeah. Coach_boxing. So everybody.
_boxing. Stokes _boxing.
Hey, you see why I got her right. She keeps me on track. Everybody, thank you. We'll talk to you later. Peace. I'm out.
Peace.
All right.
Thank you,
Peace.
guys.
Okay.